Cheryl Richards is differentiating instruction of her high school art class in yet another way. She is differentiating products. All the students in the class are learning the same content and are using the same process. But she has given different product assignments to different students based on her assessment of their understanding and skills in this unit.
A product happens after many days, many weeks perhaps, of study. So it isn't something that a student creates at the end of a single class period, but rather a culminating learning experience that demonstrates or exhibits what they have learned over an extended period of time. So when a product is differentiated, what a teacher is doing is providing a range of opportunities for students to demonstrate what they have come to understand and be able to do.
We just finished a unit on painting and working with color mixing and design principles and how to compose and put things together. And so I'm pulling on all of that.
One project is to create a flip book. Students are to select and research several artists who created work on the same subject, such as faces, but use different approaches to art. Each page of the book will represent a different artist's work. As a reader flips the various parts of the pages, it will create new pictures by mixing the different artists.
Anybody recognize this artist?
They got it.
And then
Another project involves making individual pop-up cards. Students are to research several artists of their choice and create 4 or more pop-up cards. Each card must be painted and cut to represent the work of a different artist. This project requires that students demonstrate skills for engineering and cutting pop-up art.
just to figure out how they all go together.
Another project is to create a pop-up book. Students are to select and research 2 artists with very different styles and illustrate a story written by the student. Each illustration is to represent a synthesis of the 2 artists' work, as if the 2 different artists created the painting together.
The whole purpose of this project for me is to have them do some research on artists and yet use these art techniques and skills that we've been working on and show me how they can pull it all together and yet at the same time show their understanding of some artists and in particular the categories of art.
The words it's deceiving because abstract leads you to believe it's like blah, but it's really not. Okay, I'm gonna do this one for my abstract one. I like this. You like this? I like this.
That's a good piece. I like that.
For my abstract.
Mm-hmm. Can you find a lot of information on it?
I don't know. Probably not.
Check
She
into
didn't seem
that.
real big.
Mm-hmm.
I'll bring her book to you and show her to you.
You gonna do Frank Lloyd Wright?
What's his name? Who else was I gonna do? Escher.
Escher. Now
Great
that's
stuff.
a combination.
That's great.
This rubric lets you know how I'm going to be grading these, and you'll see that accurate portrayal of the artist. That's a really important area too.
Cheryl creates an assessment rubric for each type of product. These rubrics are modified based on the different product requirements.
Best quality. Make it so exciting that people will just want to flip these pages and see what all the different combinations are.
Students are moving down the continuum from something that has relatively few facets to a task that's quite multifaceted.
Are all divided into sections.
Students who have more basic needs with art are creating flip books. That gives them an opportunity to demonstrate an understanding of the principles of design, to reflect the work of several artists that they've chosen, and in a 2-dimensional form. Students who are a little bit more advanced are moving down the continuum from something that has relatively few facets to a few more facets. Their pop-up cards again demonstrate their capacity to understand and demonstrate the principles of design, their ability to reflect the characteristics and nature of certain artists that they've chosen, but they have to also be able to engineer 3-dimensional perspective in order to be able to complete the cards, and that adds a little bit more, another facet, into what they're required to do. Students in the most advanced group have still more facets in the task that they're required to do. It calls on them to demonstrate principles of design and to work to engineer three-dimensional design in their work. What they're having to do, however, is to synthesize the work of two artists, and they also have to come up with a coherent story design that follows through the book.
When he first started, what kind of things was he doing?
Well, back then people were painting, religious paintings with nice bright colors, and he was using darks and the subject matter was totally different.
This is the story of his young childhood and how he sort of got the background for writing The Far Side.
All of the students must make use of the same concepts and understandings of art, but their products will be decidedly different. This allows the teacher to assign a long-term project to help students demonstrate what they've learned in the unit, while not making it too easy for some and too hard for others.
Well, this is the Larson cartoon, the monster snorkel thing.
Mm-hmm.
So.
All right, what does this one do?
Oh, he's puzzled and then he gets an idea and he's happy again.
The classroom examples we've seen illustrate three basic approaches to differentiation: differentiation of content, activities, and products. In this segment, we'll examine several ways that students can be assigned